Hi, I'm your host, Marsha Florence for Just Dance. Today's show, ladies and gentlemen, light and easy cooking. Hurry back and join us. I'm your host, Marsha Florence for Just Dance. Ladies and gentlemen, it is mid-season summer, and we have a wonderful chef returning with us, Chef Anne-Marie, for our light and easy cooking segment. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you, Marsha?
Good. Glad to have you back.
It's great to be back. Thanks so much for having me.
Now, we had some calls, and people were impressed with the last show we did with you, which was the eggplant sandwich.
Yes.
It was excellent. I must admit it was
good.
excellent. Okay.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Okay, so we asked you to come back. It's good into the warm months.
Yes.
We need to know what we need to be preparing. Of course, hey, we're dressing more cool now.
Well, at least you get to today.
Okay. Okay. Well, whatever you prepare for me, it's going to be cool.
It will be cool.
Okay.
Today we're going to do a baked salmon. And salmon is just so versatile. You can eat it by itself as on the side or on a salad, which we are going to do my signature chopped salad today. Okay. So we've got a lot of fresh ingredients that go into this salad. But I guess we'll start out now by taking our salmon.
Okay.
And we're just going to take a fillet, and we're going to pop it onto, I like to line everything with foil or parchment because all you have to do is pick it up and throw it away.
Now, salmon, I have to admit, is my favorite. It's my favorite.
Yeah, it's one of my favorites too.
It cooks fast. It's flaky when it's done, if you cook it right.
Yeah.
Okay, and the flavor just goes through it.
Right.
Every bite.
And you don't need to use, and what we are not going to use today is you don't need to use salt. And I actually don't even need to use any kind of fat or grease or butter. It has its skin on it. When you buy a salmon fillet or steelhead is also good too. It looks like salmon. A nice bright pink, orangey color.
Now the steelhead is the real reddish one, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then keep the skin on the back because then after you bake it, you're just going to take your spatula and it's going to lift right off of it. Don't try to peel it off because you're just going to ruin it and it'll fall apart. That's what keeps it together. So what we're going to use today is Old Bay seasoning, which is a combination of spices.
Okay, so pretty much if it's already mixed, it's better off than trying to put the salt
this kind of has
pepper.
right.
Okay.
And we've got some Old Bay seasoning, and this is nice because you can also use it on vegetables also. And then I'm a big proponent of garlic.
Okay. We learned that in our last show.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
But
Garlic is good for you.
Garlic is good for you. So that is true.
So we're going to put some garlic. And then we're going to use some paprika. And the paprika is an Hungarian paprika or sweet paprika. And it's going to give it more color, obviously, but it also brings out some of its flavor. So we're going to use that. If you want to change it up, you can sprinkle some breadcrumbs on top. Or you can just leave it plain. So we're just going to leave it plain. And we're going to pop this in the oven. And I cannot stress enough that you need to not overcook your fish.
Right.
I met a woman at the dog park a while back. And she found out that I was a chef, and she says, I love salmon, but every time I cook it, it's so hard. It's just terrible. And I said, well, how long are you baking it? She says, about 45 minutes.
Oh, okay.
I'm like, okay, that's why. Okay. So you really don't want to cook this more than 20.
Right.
25 tops, but 20 minutes.
Now, what would you put the oven setting on?
350.
350.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then a good indication, too, is while it's baking, it'll bubble up, and you'll kind of see some of the juices come out the top.
Right. And it's turning color.
You don't want it to crack apart and break open. It'll get dried out.
So now let me say this. I believe, and you can correct me, is it when it goes from the light pink to a more dark pink, it's close to done?
Well, no, it's a darker pink, and it's going to go to a little bit lighter.
Okay, I had it
a little bit lighter.
Okay.
So we're going to put it at 350.
Okay.
And we're just going to pop it in, and you don't have to cover it. And we'll check back on that in 20 minutes.
Okay. All right, 20 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. So you know how our show runs. It's a cooking show in 30 minutes or less, so she said 20 minutes.
20 minutes on the fish, that's it.
All right. Now, you've got all these beautiful vegetables and fruits here. What's going on with this?
We are going to put, the big craze lately has been wedge salads and chopped salads.
Okay.
And you can put a lot of different variety in your chopped salad. So today, what we're going to do is We're going to have some romaine, some head lettuce, and some baby greens. Those are all going to get chopped. And then we're also going to include some dates. You can or cannot, because dates do have a lot of natural sugar in them. We're going to add them today, but if you're watching your sugar intake, leave them out.
Okay.
And then we are going to do some asparagus, and I'm going to show you how to do those next. We have some tomatoes, and then we also have some corn. It's yellow corn and white corn mixed together. And so I think what we'll start now, and we're going to put parsley in too. So I think what we're going to start with now is I'm going to have you hand me those asparagus.
Asparagus.
Yeah.
Okay. Now asparagus is something that I'm gradually getting into. Okay, because it's kind of bland. So I'm sorry, you want more than that?
All of them.
Okay.
All of them's good.
Yeah, I want to watch you prepare them, because if I'm going to start eating more healthy, I need to know how to prepare other vegetables.
Asparagus is really good, and I'm going to ask you to hand me the paring knife.
Paring knife.
The small one.
I know people don't think I know what a paring knife is.
Yes, there you go.
Oh, okay. All right.
And the way you want to prepare your asparagus, and we'll do this quickly, is in order to take your ends off, instead of cutting them off, wherever you break them, then that starts the tender portion of the asparagus. Okay. So you just want to break them off instead of cutting, because if you were to cut down here, you're still going to have maybe a portion that is still kind of tough. So you just break the bottoms off, and they will break where they need to break. Okay. If that makes sense to you.
Oh, it did. Okay.
So for this purpose, we're going to slice them down the center, and then we're going to cut them into 1-inch pieces. And here you have we're going to slice them down the center.
Oh, okay. So
because they're going into a salad, so you don't want like big, thick pieces of asparagus in your mouth. And those have been blanched or steamed for a little bit.
All right.
Okay.
Okay, that sounds good. So on that note, let's go to a break, and we'll be right back with some blanched or steamed asparagus. We'll be right back.
Do you know that stroke targets by color? If you're African American, you're twice as likely to suffer a stroke as white Americans. Join the power to end stroke at strokeassociation.org.
And welcome back to the show. Now, ladies and gentlemen, where we left off at, Chef Anne-Marie was showing us how to blanch asparagus. Now, if you take a look in the pan here, she started it for us. She cut them up real nice and small, which, Anne-Marie, we usually see the big, long stalks. So I am impressed with seeing it cut down this small.
The reason it's cut small is because it's going into a chopped salad. So that's the reason we want to do it this way, so you have bites. If you were if you want a nice presentation to serve it on side of your salmon or on a pork chop or something like that, you could leave them long and then saute them with just a little bit of water.
I actually like them like this, because the long ones I'm studying, cutting and trying to eat it when I can actually eat it like this. Okay, so I appreciate
Or you can also bake it in the oven. You can take a little pepper, salt, a little bit of olive oil, and roll it around in there and put them on a cookie sheet, single file, and bake them in the oven until they get a little brown on the outside. But right now what we're going to do is we're going to start chopping. Okay. And then we're going to add everything in that bowl.
So do you need for me to chop,
actually we probably could have you chop something.
What?
No, go ahead. She's joking. Okay, fine. You don't want to chop.
I was not joking. Well, okay, first of all, ladies and gentlemen, one day, Marsha's going to do a cooking show, and you're going to see some of the things that Marsha knows how to make.
So am I going to be the host, and you're going to be Chef Marsha?
Okay, we're going to try that.
We can do that.
We're going to try that. Okay. And speaking of hosts, let me say this: Anne-Marie is one of the city's most delectable hosts that automatically comes to your home. I shouldn't speak on your behalf. Tell us what you do, because I do know that someone can ask for your services in their home.
Yeah, what I like to do is I do in-home cooking parties, and you're going to bring this over here because we're going to start. I'm going to chop and talk and add. Okay. So we've got a romaine in here. I will come to your home, and you can have a group of the girls over, or couples, or I like to do barbecue parties. The guys like to do that in the summertime, which is perfect for now. And you sit down and we create a menu together. Okay. And then you let me know what it is you want to learn how to make. So a lot of people like to take advantage of the Sicilian aspect of what I do: homemade pasta, homemade ravioli, fresh sauces. So we'll sit down, we'll make out a menu or a plan, and I will bring all the ingredients prepped, and you and your guests actually make your 3-course meal. Your appetizer, your salad, your pasta. You learn how to make the dough and knead it and roll it out.
Really nice.
And then you have your dinner party. So it's a lot of fun. You learn how to
So it helps the person actually learn how to prepare
Yes.
the meal themselves.
Yes.
Where they don't just have a seat and eat. They
A
can
lot of
actually,
because a lot of people are afraid of recipes, but you can't be afraid. You just got to get right into it and just do it.
All right.
So it's a
did
lot
you
of
hear
fun.
that, ladies and gentlemen? Now, do they consider it a chef for hire? Is that what they call it? Or?
It could be, but this is more of a cooking class.
Cooking
if you want
class,
to, if you want to
okay.
chef me for hire, then
That's different.
If you want to have a intimate dinner party and you don't want fuss or muss, but you want the smells in your house, then I will come over and create everything.
Wow. You know, we have a crave right now about cooking shows, so it's everyone's doing them.
Yeah.
But more or less, let me say why Just Ask is doing it. We're doing it for health conscious reasons. So in the event that you're watching one of our shows, it's not because we have a cooking craze. It's the mere fact that there's a lot of people, disabled, elderly, and those who are just health conscious, they want to eat real good food and not have to lose some of the flavor. So Chef Anne-Marie, amongst all the other chefs that you see, are trying to prepare you, ladies and gentlemen, to eat healthy and to prepare it yourselves so that you don't always have to dine out. Now, with the economy being the way it is, it's much more economical if you can buy the food, prepare it yourself, and definitely, from my point of view, it makes you feel better when you prepare your own food, okay? You don't have gas as much, okay?
You know what you're getting.
Right. You know, if I eat out, I always automatically think I should have desserts. If I eat out, I always think, you know what, they didn't give me enough for my money. So, but if I prepare it myself at home, then I automatically know what I'm going to eat,
Exactly.
how much of it I'm going to eat, and how good it is. Okay?
Exactly.
And then I'm not always so quick to say, oh, I got to have something
Right.
sweet after I eat.
So think about, if you're having guests over and you're having a group of people, 10, 12 people, and you don't want to do it all yourself, we'll work out a menu, we'll come in. So it's just as if you made a home-cooked meal, but you've got all the smells in your house instead of
You're right about
ordering
the
carry-out.
smell.
Yeah.
Okay.
So right now we're going to chop up some baby Roma tomatoes.
Now, do I need to turn this over or anything?
You need to stir that, and then let's see what the tenderness
Look at this cute little spoon. Okay.
aspect of it is. And if you think it's tender enough, we can turn it off, but it might need to go just a teens more.
Okay.
So what you want to do after you blanch them, and it's just water. There's no fat.
I
There's
was going
nothing
to
in
ask you
there.
that. So there's almost like a half a cup of water, not
Yeah,
even
just
a half a cup?
Just a teens.
Okay.
Just a teens.
Okay.
So when those are tender enough, which those are,
Okay, so they
you want to turn them off.
They can be turned off. Okay. All right. And one thing I like about Chef Anne-Marie, she samples her own food.
Oh,
right away.
absolutely.
Okay.
Well,
So she
asparagus,
doesn't
you
waste time.
do not want to overdo them.
Okay.
You don't want to cook it, otherwise you're going to have mush. So what
Okay.
we can do is we'll take it off, and we'll take some of the water out.
Drain the water.
Yeah, we'll drain the water out, and then I already have some that are already cooled. So what you
Okay.
want to do is you could lay this out on your cutting board or on your counter on some paper toweling so that it cools off right away.
Okay. So this one's already cool.
This one's already cool,
Okay.
and it doesn't take long to cool it off. I mean,
Now, you know, I'll be honest with you.
you can do it within your
I
half
would
an
like
hour.
it a little hot. So can I, if I was to eat that, could I put a little season or like a little butter or something?
You could
Smart
put, yeah,
butter at that. Okay.
absolutely.
Something,
Yes, you could.
Because there's nothing in there now, so it's just a
No,
little bland.
but it's going to go in here.
Okay.
So then you're going to have salad dressing.
Okay. But if I wanted to
Eat it
prepare
by
this-
itself,
right.
yes.
Okay. Okay.
Yep, put a little garlic
so
powder.
You asparagus lovers, I mean, this is another way. Don't tell me you didn't know that. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So if there's anything like that eggplant sandwich, I know I enjoyed it. I'm
Yeah,
going to enjoy
it's
this
good.
as well.
It's good. So we've
Okay.
got our tomatoes,
And you know, and everything's nice and colorful.
and
nice
that's
and
and that's
colorful.
generally
Okay.
what fresh is all about. It
Okay.
is very colorful.
I like
And then you want to
colorful.
hand me that corn over there?
Okay. And
We've
what
got
did you
some
tell
corn.
us about the corn?
The corn this is a combination of white corn and yellow corn.
Okay.
But what I did discover is that for those that are watching their sugar intake, yellow corn has a higher sugar content than white corn.
Wow.
Just a little bit, but it's just, I thought it was
Okay.
interesting.
Okay.
So if you prefer, you just want to use white corn in here, you can.
Because I don't know if corn is on the diabetics list to eat some. Now, and I
Some.
do know, I'll say this, all diabetic meals or people who are going through the process of diabetes, some can eat cantaloupe, some can't, some can eat corn, some can't. So I'm not going to tell you what you can and can't eat. You know your body is, and
Right.
you know what your doctor said.
And you also
Okay.
have to realize that in this salad, once you're taking these amounts and you're putting them together, it's not like you're eating a whole half a cup of corn. You're eating a little bit, you know.
Okay.
Just
Okay. So
because
now,
of-
okay, I mean, ladies and gentlemen, did you get all the colors in the bowl? Okay, so you got a little sweet going on in here.
Yeah, we got a little sweet. And then this can or cannot, like you said, people know their own bodies and what they can have. These are dates.
Okay.
So we want some chopped dates.
And dates are real sweet.
They are sweet.
Okay.
They have a higher sugar content.
Okay.
So we're going to add some, but like I said,
I like a little sweetness
you
in my
can leave
salad.
them out if you
Okay.
need to.
If I'm going to eat a vegetarian salad, more or less, I like a little sweetness in it. But you know what? I'm going to be honest with you. I know that one of the restaurants I go to in downtown Detroit has my salmon made with pecans, crusted pecans.
Pecans on top.
No, pistachios. I'll take that
Pistachios.
back.
And you can buy pistachios already shelled.
Really?
And you can crush them yourselves, or you
Crush
can
it
buy.
myself.
Yep.
I can't just be in the bag and I can just dip my meat in there.
You
Okay. I'm the real shortcut.
Leave them in
okay.
the bag. Take your meat mallet and smash them up.
Okay.
And you've
Okay.
got crushed pistachios, and you
And
can
then I can
sprinkle those. Yep, on
Yeah.
top of your.
Sprinkle on top. Don't I roll them in something? No egg
You don't
wash
have
or
to.
anything?
No, you can
Because
put them right on
I'm
top.
going to take the shortcut and stop going to that restaurant. I'm not going to say the restaurant because I still go there. But I'm thinking, I'm like, I can make that at home.
Yes,
okay?
you can.
And they put it on a beautiful bed of mixed greens and
Yes.
everything. Okay.
Yes.
So,
Yes, you
for
can.
sure. Okay.
All right,
Well, I
so-
tell you what. So, while she's mixing up this beautiful salad and you saw all the things that go in it, we're going to take a break and we'll be back. And trust me, you're going to wish you were in my shoes today. You're going to wish you were in my shoes. We'll be right back.
If a natural disaster happened, we'd probably all meet around the grocery store.
We would all meet at a bus stop.
Oh, we'd probably meet at our neighbor's house.
And welcome back to the show. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know about you, but I'm getting hungry. Standing here next to Chef Anne Marie as she prepared this wonderful salad and salmon, of course, because I know one thing, salmon is my favorite. She's going to show me a different way to prepare my salad now, so I'm going to try it. And I want to ask you now, I see you got some parsley?
Fresh parsley.
Fresh parsley.
Yes.
Okay. So, okay, now when you're done, you got to tell me everything all over again, what's
Okay.
in there, because I know our viewers are saying, that went too fast, I need to know. But as usual, you can go on to our website, justastalkshow.org, or to our new Facebook at Just As Talk Show, or tweet us a question if you have something. And definitely you will see Chef Anne Marie's information on the web, on the tweet, or on the Facebook. Okay, so catch the show. If you miss it on TV, you will catch it on Facebook. All right.
Great.
All right. So now that looks good. Just mixing it by
Yeah,
itself.
doesn't
Okay.
look good.
And I didn't cheat and taste the dates and all that by itself. So I'm gonna wait till everything's done.
Well, you can.
Oh no.
You want a date?
Oh, no.
Can we go on a date?
No, we're already on a date.
All
okay.
right.
Okay.
So what I'm doing now is I'm adding some fresh parsley. And fresh parsley to your salads
Mm-hmm.
or to your vegetables it's very refreshing. You know, a lot of people just will eat parsley because it cleanses their palate, cleanses their breath.
Mm-hmm.
But when it just kind of adds a little something extra in your salads. So what I did is just strip the leaves
Okay.
off the parsley. And I don't know why mine's a little droopy today, but if you buy parsley or basil or any of your fresh herbs, you can generally take them home and put them in a glass of water like
Mm-hmm.
you would flowers, and they'll last all week long.
Okay.
You leave them in the fridge, they'll get a little wilty. So that might have been the issue there. It just got
I
a little
was
too
looking
cold.
at the little green plant here.
Yeah, that's basil, fresh
That's
basil.
Okay, and it's so healthy. Okay, this is cute. You know how
It'll
women are.
smell good.
Everything we say is
It's
cute.
Well, little
Okay.
things are cute. Yeah.
Oh, okay, I do have a odor.
Is it? Oh yeah.
Okay, you know what? And I would take this home and let it grow. Okay, wouldn't
There you
eat
go.
it, but I let it grow.
So I'm going to take my parsley right now, and I don't
Uh-huh.
want to chop it too fine. So I'm just going to kind of ball it up, get it in my fingers. And one thing to remember when you are at home chopping, always keep your fingers turned in and your
yeah.
thumb turned in so that you're not chopping your fingertips.
Okay.
So you want to keep them turned in, and you want the blade of the knife to run
That's
on
class
your-
101.
on your knuckles. Yeah.
Class 101.
But how
Turn
many
your
times have
fingers
I
in.
seen people having their
Right,
hands flat
right,
out and they're trying
right.
to chop something?
Now let me ask you this. So normally, because everybody may not have that exposure to chopping, can you buy it already pre-chopped?
No, generally parsley not. It's
Okay.
going to be dried, but it's not going
So
to be the
dried
same
parsley
flavor.
is not a
No.
good suggestion for a salad.
No,
Okay.
no, you want fresh, definitely
Okay.
fresh.
Okay. And if you can't dice it up that small or that refined, just make sure it's to your.
Now, there's a really cool device, and it looks like a medieval sword or a medieval tool, and it's a blade that's kind of like a half a circle blade. So it has a pendulum. It has a handle, and you can just back and forth and back
Okay.
and forth. Those
I've
those
seen
come
that.
in really handy
All
too.
right. I've
Very
seen that.
cool.
Now, this is a very colorful salad, I'm telling you. I mean, when I say colorful in colors, but definitely it looks like it's healthy.
It's very healthy.
Definitely looks healthy.
You're hitting
Okay.
your
And salad
green.
is not just green anymore.
No,
Okay.
no. So it just kind of adds a little, this is a very good summertime, real light, real refreshing. And the dressing that I've made for this is very light. It's what they call a French vinaigrette. And it has oil and white vinegar,
Okay.
a little pepper, a little salt, and sugar. Now, if you don't want to put the sugar, you can use sugar substitute
Okay.
very easily. So it just adds a little bit of sweetness to it.
Okay.
And so we're
Okay.
I'm gonna have you shake that up.
Okay, because most vinaigrettes do come with a little taste to them of
Yes.
of either sweet or
Yeah.
tart.
But you can substitute that.
See, I'm doing something. Yeah, I
There
thought I
she
wasn't
goes.
doing nothing. I was
She's
doing
shaking.
something. Okay, and I'm going to take Chef Anne-Marie up on her word that she's going to let me wear the red coat while she narrates. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so I
We'll
know
do
the audience
that.
saying when. I don't know, but it's coming. Okay.
We'll do that.
We have to plan something that I know that I can prepare. Well, I know I can prepare a lot of stuff.
You
But
can.
Yeah.
And
okay.
it's not as difficult as you think. You want to pour some on here?
Okay. All righty.
We'll dress this up.
Okay.
Now, I would suggest that you can make the salad ahead of time and put it in the fridge and cover it up.
Yeah.
And just so it's done for later on that evening, but don't put the dressing on until you are ready to serve it.
Okay. Was that enough?
Oh, let's see.
I didn't want to be heavy-handed. Okay.
Yeah, because this is what this is all about. Very light.
You know, I even like the way
could
you're
probably-
stirring that.
You can
because I'm like,
well, you don't want to
Right.
mash. You want to go out from underneath because otherwise you're going to bruise, and you're just lifting up on it. Because if you take a spoon or a tongs, you're going to bruise and you're going to smash everything.
Okay. No bruising.
No
smash.
bruising. Yeah, I mean, hit the bowl in the back and then just lift up underneath and let
A
it
little
go.
more dressing?
Yes, please.
Okay.
And I think I'll finish putting these in.
Alrighty. We're doing good on time. I'm sure we are because our salmon, I can smell it.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's ready.
Salmon is ready.
I
So
smell
is
it.
Marsha. Okay. So we got plenty of time. Just
Okay.
one okay.
All right. Now this is cool. This is pretty well cooled. Did you want to taste that by itself before you
No.
put anything on?
No.
Are you afraid of asparagus? Are you afraid
No,
of
I'm
asparagus?
not afraid. I'm going to try it, but my point was I already knew it was bland. All right. But it chewed good. Okay. Well, it did. It's gone. Okay. It wasn't hard.
No, it's not
I
hard.
like that way. I like that way. And if I'm going to start eating asparagus, which I really should,
Yes.
I'll know now that I want to
You can
chop it small,
You can
and
season
blanch
it up.
and I'm going to season mine.
Yeah.
Okay. That will work for me.
All right.
But it looks good in that salad, so without a doubt. Now, let's go over the makings of the salad again. What's
Yep.
in there?
We have romaine lettuce,
Okay.
head lettuce,
Okay.
and baby field greens.
Baby field green.
Now, if there's something you want to add into it, feel free. There's also arugula, and arugula gives you a little more of a bitter flavor. But a lot of people really like arugula.
Okay.
And then you want to chop those fine, not too fine though. You don't want them to be tiny little things. And then we did have some dates and some bicolored corn,
Yep.
blanched asparagus,
That's okay.
baby tomatoes.
tomatoes.
If you don't have Romas, though, these also come in handy.
Okay.
Yep, those are a little bigger version of a vine
I have
tomato.
to tell our viewers too that everything here is fresh. Okay, so it's not plastic. That's a plus.
No.
Okay.
And parsley, and your
And
fresh parsley.
Okay.
And we can, you know what, you can probably put a little pepper on here if you like.
Okay.
Pepper's good.
Pepper's good.
Pepper's good. Yeah, you want to put some pepper on there. There you go.
And somebody's saying they didn't put anything in there. Okay, but the dressing is got the flavor.
And if
Okay.
you want to have flavor in your foods and your kids don't want to see, oh, what's that? The black little specks, and they know it's pepper.
Okay.
What I do is, here, I'll show you inside. I just did this so that you could see both of them.
Okay.
You've got a mixture of peppercorns, red, green, black. But then what I like to use, I just poured some on this morning, is white peppercorn. Because
Okay.
when you put it in your food, you don't see
See
little
it.
black specks.
Okay.
It's just, the kids
I
don't know
always
it's
be worried
there.
about pepper in my teeth.
Okay,
All right.
the kids don't know it's there. You want to mix that up a little bit?
Yep, mix it up, and
right.
you're gonna check on our.
Yes, I
salmon?
am. I'm going to pull that out of the oven.
Okay, I'll get the plate out because I'm ready to eat.
No, I did
Okay.
have. Oh, here they are.
I always say that, don't I? The reason I say that I'm ready to eat, ladies and gentlemen, is because more or less, we want to prove to you that you can cook in 30 minutes or less. All right, so in the event that we're cooking 30 minutes or less, this is what we do. Marsha samples the food. All right, and on top of that, I always make that offer. You can give us a call at 1-800-323-5336. Tell me if you have a show idea. Better yet, do you want to stand next to the chef? Okay, or definitely you can give us a tweet now
Tweet
on
noise.
Just Ask Talk Show, as well as Facebook, Just Ask Talk Show, and website, justasktalkshow.org. Now, you can't get any more social media than that. All right? No more. Look at that salmon.
Isn't that pretty?
Oh, my God.
So and the
About to
nice
have
thing,
fun.
and the nice part about this is you can just take this salmon, or take this foil and just throw it away.
All right. Well, while you're doing that, I got to get my fork. Hold that
And
thought.
okay. And you want to, your salmon will separate. We have our plate. Oh, here's our plate. Very easily from the skin, from the back. And we'll put your salmon on the plate. And you see how your skin
Yes.
just stays there. But if you were to peel that off and take it off, your salmon would fall apart.
Okay.
So you need that.
Yeah, put all that salmon on there, girl. We don't want to
Oh,
put that salmon on there, girl.
I make
You
it a
don't
mess.
throw away salmon, okay?
No,
Pick
no.
that up.
There we go. Okay,
That
we'll make
looks
it look
good.
pretty.
That looks good.
And this is the best part. You don't have to clean the pan.
Okay, that's good.
That's the best
Okay.
part. So what do you think?
Wow. Well, I know what I'm thinking. How about these? Okay.
All
So,
right.
ladies and gentlemen, now, once again, you heard Chef Anne-Marie say she comes to your home and do demonstrations and help you prepare the meal that you're trying to make for your family instead of just taking the shortcut. You know, so if you have a question for Chef Anne-Marie or if you would like to see her, go to the Just Ask website and get her information and definitely make contact, okay? So at any point in time, if you see someone or something on the show and you have a question, don't be afraid to ask, just ask, all right? Look at there.
I'm hungry.
No, I'm hungry. Okay, I don't know what you try first, but I'm going to try the salmon because that's my favorite, okay? So I'm going to try the salmon. I'm going to be nice about not just digging only in it. Okay, hold on.
Oh, dig on in. Dig on in.
Woo. Salmon is my baby.
It's good? Moist? 20 minutes. You just got to make sure you don't overcook it.
It's seasoned just right.
That's the main.
Okay,
Okay.
I got to taste everything here.
And if there's not enough dressing on it, of course, you can add more to it.
Okay, but I think it's fine.
And if you don't care for a French vinaigrette, you can use your own dressing too. It's very versatile.
Wow.
You can use a
Sweet
blush
tart.
wine vinaigrette. Yeah, it's kind of, it's
Sweet
real, I love it because it's just so light.
I'm looking for a date. I don't mean a man date. Okay. I'm looking for a date, so.
There's probably a
Thank you.
piece in there somewhere.
it's
Light.
good. Very light.
And if you get some of that parsley in there, you'll see what it does to your palate and how
Wow.
it makes it a whole nother dimension in that salad.
This is definitely a summer dish. Okay, so you know how? Did you get a fork?
No, that's okay.
'cause
I'll get
girl-
one.
Girl, I don't know if
I
I'm
can eat on camera. You want to eat together? I can eat.
We can eat together, but you're not going to get much. But anyhow, ladies and gentlemen, you know who I am, March 4th with Just Ask. Now, I can't tell you I'm enjoying having Chef Anne-Marie join us again on the Just Ask show, so we're going to ask you to come back again and join us.
Oh, great.
Okay?
I have my honor. I'd love
Okay,
to.
okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you're eating healthy, let's get it done right. Starch prepared meals that are low in cholesterol, low in calories, and most definitely are diabetic friendly. But follow us on Facebook at Just Ask Talk Show, as well as, like I said, you can tweet, ask us a question, or justasktalkshow.org website, and our phone number, 1-800-323-5336. I'm your host, March Florence, Just Ask Chef. Anne-Marie, please come back.
I will. Thank you.
I'm enjoying this. Okay, now I'm
Thank
going to
you.
eat before it gets cold. Okay. I'm your host, Marsha Florence for Just Ask. What do I always say? If you know someone with a disability or if you just have a general question, don't be afraid to ask. Just ask. I'm your host. Thank you. Bon appetit. Okay.